Hi and a very warm welcome. I'm Joanna Hunter of joannahunter.com. I'm super excited that you're joining me for this website in a weekend course. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff in this course. We're going to be touching on some of the subjects, and some of the subjects we're going to be going into deeper. So this course is entirely based on Thrive Themes and all of their products that they have, so that you can create a WordPress website really easily, really quickly, without trying to kind of break your bank or trying to just going round and round in circles like I was to begin with when I first got to WordPress. I love the Thrive theme for this. So we're going to be covering literally a ton of different things. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to plan. I'm all about the divine planning, abundant profits, and in this course, one of my divine planning courses, it's all about creating that website plan. That's how we can achieve creating a website in a weekend. We go in with a plan instead of just kind of going in and trying to go at it and with no plan and no structure and no idea of how we're going to do things. We're really going to kind of suffer and it's going to not be so good. But if we go in with a clear, distinct plan, we plan each step out. So this course is broken down into a workbook, and the workbook is designed specifically for you to basically begin to design your website without actually touching a computer. The whole idea is, what kind of copy do you want to have on there? What kind of images do you want to have on there? And we're going to help you to ask and narrow down those questions, so that when you actually get to the building portion of this course, where we're actually going to build your website in a weekend, and I'm going to show you how, in simple step-by-step instructions, what we want to do when we get to that stage. What we're going to get is that we're going to have a clear plan. So we're just going to go in, and of course with Thrive's amazing drag and drop editor, it's just going to become so much easier. Just going to drag and drop the pieces that you want, and everything is going to be organized, and everything is going to be just there, so that it's just a matter of creating it because you're organized. A thing that takes a long time with website design or creating a website for yourself or whatever is sometimes going out and having to stop and start all the time, having to stop to make an image because you needed an image for a certain place, or we're going to work all that out before we even get into the website. So in this website, what we're going to be covering is what type of pages that your website might want to have on it. We're going to be covering things like copy, and I won't go deep into copy because trust me, there is 8-week, 10-week, probably even 12-week courses out there just on copywriting. It's a huge subject, but I'm going to give you some really cool swipe sheets and formulas, just that you can look at the formula, look at the example, and then just copy the formula and put your own words in, which will really help with converting clients or visitors of your website into paying clients. So I'm going to share that with you. We're going to touch on branding as well, and again, there's entire courses on branding out there in the interwebs, and of course we're only going to cover and touch on a little bit. But a website without any design and a website without any branding, and it's going to look pretty naff. So we need to get at least give you at least a basic understanding of branding and a basic understanding of creating a color palette and creating a color scheme specifically for your website. The cool thing is that these skills transfer. So if you maybe create a program or a brand or something else within your business, you can transfer those skills into that as well and use that for your business. Now, a lot of people comment on my branding all the time, and I do have a real fancy for nice graphics, and I think it makes such a huge difference when you land on somebody's page and they have beautiful graphics. And I'm going to show you simple ways of creating those graphics in this course. Also as well, we're going to get right down into the nitty-gritty, really important stuff, which is actually building the website. And I will show you step by step how to build your website, and I will also show you things like integrations, like how to integrate maybe your Calendly for people to book, or your online booking system, how to integrate maybe PayPal into your website, so that people can actually pay for things without actually leaving your website, just kind of at a click of a button. So I'm going to show you all these different things as well within this. So the whole idea is that I believe that the length of this course really takes about a week. You could do it all in a weekend if you wanted, but what I suggest for this course is that you take kind of like a Monday to a Friday, and each day complete the tasks in the workbook. So when you wake up on Saturday morning, you have a plan in your hands where you can just begin to execute that plan. And if you spend a couple of hours on Saturday and maybe a few hours on the Sunday, you will, by the end of that weekend, have your website totally complete, totally ready to rock and roll. And I'm going to show you each step. So we're going to make it easy for you. We're going to break it right down and make it easy. There's loads of tutorials in this course. What I would suggest is that you just follow the course format in the format so that you don't get lost, or sometimes some videos will reference other videos, so make sure that you just go through the order that they're in, and that will make it a whole lot easier for you as well. And I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.